now my home. All that I loved is gone.
Kratos' mythological gutting celebration continues in God of War Ascension, a predecessor to the original series, and an entry that sees the franchise grapple with multiplayer for the first time. Ascension's prequel status means a time travel backwards as we see how Kratos earned that classic angry expression, as the game shows the more human side of the otherwise inhuman fighter, and lets the player understand what he was going through emotionally come the original trilogy. Kratos must break his ties with Ares, the god of war in Greek mythology, and he can only do that by defeating the three Furies. It's another bloody revenge tale, but the deeper emotional focus allows the story to breathe. It's a great victory for the series as, other than the broad strokes, the story has never been a priority before. Kratos controls like you'd expect, but in combat you only now have his main weapon, the Blades of Chaos, and instead of switching to another, you now toggle elemental powers used on the blades. So we see the likes of the Fire of Ares, Ice of Poseidon, Lightning of Zeus, and Soul of Hades. You can pick up other weapons from enemies though, which also adds some flavour. The QTEs are still here, and that's not a bad thing. It's great getting cinematic views when you destroy a boss. Although on surface God of War might look like a button masher, you do need skills and tactics to survive. That's optimised and refined even more in Ascension. The game's shouldered a multiplayer mode into proceedings. There's an opportunity to personalise your own warrior, and there's a whole separate challenge in throwing your fighting spirit into online battles. So far it looks promising, and it's something we'll be investigating further in the weeks come post-launch. So check in on the website for a follow-up article on God of War's entry into the multiplayer royale. The God of War series has, since its birth in 2005, been one of the most visually impressive series on the market, with expansive, extremely detailed environments and foes, with every frame of each entry into the franchise screaming quality. How does Ascension match what's come before? Well, quite brilliantly actually. The series' third chapter is often seen as one of this console generation's most beautiful titles, but Ascension is able not only to provide a technically superior outing, but also delivers an expressive and more saturated experience, both in relation to colour as well as environmental and character design. The gigantic environments also return in a big way, and you get to both explore enormous mountain ranges and fight epic battles on top of a few statues, as well as the bottom of the sea. Add to this a beautiful score and great voice acting, and it makes Ascension worth watching someone else play, as well as play it yourself. God of War Ascension has a lot to prove. With the PS4 due later this year, it feels that this is the console's visual swan song, and the question obviously arises whether this prequel is the right way to mark Kratos' departure from this generation. Fortunately, with a mix of magnificent boss battles, a tight combat system, wonderful visual style and great audio, it continues in the tradition of the series rather than spoiling the legend. It's a 12-hour epic that once more roars quality.
You will need this skill for the path ahead.
And what path is that?